Oh shit. Hey Taylor. Natasha. I didn't even know you was in here. I'm just kinda like quiet mode today. And my neighbors are doing like they're doing the construction in their bathroom still, so I'm kinda having my clean today. How's your day going? I'm gonna keep muting and unmuting my mic, so there might be like a weird pop sound every time. You know, I woke up on time. Well, not really, but I woke up close to on time. Did my morning perfectly, better than yesterday. Remember I told you yesterday I started my morning wrong, but today my morning started just fine. And now later today I might play some games with Ryan again. I'm gonna try to finish at least one of these today, and then maybe clean up my house a little bit. It's not gonna ripen here. What did it say? Apparently I have to increase my bit rate. They're not too loud right now. Which one? Oh, the one that's just laying there? Yeah, that's my baby girl. That's Buddha. Question. It could be. I guess this is considered quite personal, but I figured if anybody would answer, it'd be you. If that's okay. If not, I'm gonna ask the question. It's nothing weird or anything like that, but it is. I reckon it's not an easy question to answer. It's a pretty deep question too, so like it's just me and you in here for right now. So, but anyway, I was gonna ask you, what do you want? Do you have an idea what you want from this life? Well, like, I understand. Does it, would you say that your idea of what you want changes often? So at the moment, what's something you'd want out of life? Of course, as we learn new things and grow, I guess it's gonna always keep changing. But for now, you have an idea of what you want, and I'm not judging here. So like, you're welcome to say anything. Now, if it's strange, I might give like a little like look, but I'm not gonna judge you. And then if I don't understand why, I just ask questions. Do you feel like the people around you are using you, and that's kind of why you want to escape? And would you say that the thing that's stopping you from doing that is money? Every time I sit down to go meditate in the morning, I think about the type of person I want to be. And just like you said, it's always changing. Well, it's not always changing. It's just sometimes it's harder to see for me. I have an idea of who I want to be, but I'm trying to. I know what I want, per se, but how to be that man of who I want to be becomes more difficult every day because that idea of what he is changing. So that's why I asked you, and I appreciate you sharing that. So if you could get out of the house, do it. And whoever is else is doing, you're more than welcome to the conversation. I'm just asking Tasha here if she knows what she wants to do. And I'm not judging, so you're welcome to say anything you want. And my neighbor's construction seems to have quieted down, so I'm taking the tea right now. So it's good mood. It's a great mood today. Stuck at another Silk Song boss, but other than that, it's a great day. The thing that I'm worried about is I'm pretty far in the game, but I have yet to see any of the bosses from the trailer, which makes me pretty scared. And I feel so unleveled with these bosses. I don't know. Like this boss, I'm not a regular person. They have no chance fighting this boss. But anyway, that's it. I don't know if you're typing or not, but again, to my question is, if you could get out, what would you do? What does that look like? Especially if my everything's sticky. Not like it's like not sticky, but it's like condensation on And I apologize for getting a little bit too personal if that bothered you. I don't know. You're here often, so I thought the more I get to know you, the more we could talk about different things. I would say that most people in this world, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I would say most people in this world kind of want something similar. They want to help, but they don't know how. And you look in the world today and there's so many things wrong that you don't even know where to start. But then hold on. I did that unintentionally. Hold on, let me change that. Alright. Please keep doing that. I don't mind changing it as much as I need to. So that's actually good for me. I wanna change it as much as I need to. So just let me know what it is and isn't great. Is it better now? I used to want to help people too, and I still do. I'm not saying I don't, but I figured out how I could help people if this helps. The best way to help people is to help yourself first and figure out what you want to do, because usually the thing that you truly want to do is going to eventually help people. You know, like some people say, I want to be a teacher. Let's just use that as an example. And they do their best. They go to school, they learn. And because they worked on themselves, they inadvertently start helping other people because they became a teacher on their own. Apparently, I help people all the time. And I'm like one of the most selfish people you can think of. And apparently I help people because I inspire them to want to draw or take their idea into their own hands. So I would say the best way to help people, if that's what you want, is to actually help yourself. Especially in a world where everybody feels so trapped. Everyone feels so powerless these days. I guess that's why there's so much outrage everywhere. Is the music still too loud? Or is it louder than me? I wonder, I'm not sure if this is too harsh to ask, but do you feel trapped in your situation? Because you mentioned that you feel like a maid. I was just wondering, I imagine that doesn't feel pretty good if that's the case. Well, one of the ways to help to get out of this feeling is if we help make your business more successful. That's the way to get out of the trap. Become your own woman. And honestly, it's a lot easier than people say it is. Just some extra things we gotta learn. I think I saw your store before. I think you sent me I wasn't sure. Maybe in the Discord. That trap feeling though, sometimes it's almost unbearable. Because then you have that wondering like, how do I get out of this? And it seems like the more you try, the deeper the hole kind of gets. Then I realized the hole's not getting deeper. You just found a way digging for the other side. At least that's what I like to tell myself. I just post everything I make on my socials. Yeah, even Squarespace isn't free. It's like what, $20 a month? These subscription shits are killing me, man. I hate this subscription world so much. I'm about to actually get rid of my PlayStation subscription because I don't need it anymore. But okay, I understand. You think you're not good at. You think you're not tech smart. I thought so too, but it's just a matter of trying and learning and how much willpower you have to actually go through with what you want to do. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people who are in the same situation as you, they felt the same way. I don't know how to use computers. I don't know how to do all this stuff. But everything we need to know how to do is on YouTube, to be honest. Like, I even think that you could basically get your doctorate just through, like, if you wanted to get your doctorate in rocket science or whatever you wanted, I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube could teach you how to do it. But because we grew up in this type of society, in a society that values entertainment more than learning, it makes it hard. It makes it very difficult to think that we can learn new things, because we're geared towards entertaining ourselves rather than trying to grow and learn and become helpful like we truly want to be. Because in the end, everybody just wants to feel like they're useful, that they're needed, that somebody needs them. I think you kind of have that at home, but I also feel like, I might be wrong here, but you could be slightly taken advantage of a bit because of the situation you're in, and you have nowhere else to go, and the people around you, while they're not doing it on purpose, they're kind of taking you for granted a little bit. So the moment you leave, they'll feel something, and at first, if you do leave, it's going to be a little bit of anger, like, how could you leave us? maybe a little bit like something like that. But I do think that no matter where you are, no matter what situation you're in, if you have access to the internet, you can basically do whatever you want. All it takes is just learning how to do it. It's not impossible. It might be harder for some than others. I learned how to do it, and I didn't know shit about websites or building my social media account or how to take videos, how to set up the stream, how to build a PC. I didn't know none of that stuff. I just learned, and I have some good friends and people who are willing to help me along the way and give me advice. And I think that's what I'm trying to do with the Discord, to be honest, is just fill it with people who are willing to help. Like CJ. CJ's super helpful. Incredible. He's a really good guy. Dree, Ryan's really helpful. Alex. These people are really good, so I want to kind of fill it with people who want to help and be useful. And eventually we'll make, like, I kind of imagine the Discord being like this little city, like a little virtual city almost. Not like a city you can go to, but like, you know, there's places in it for each individual who wants to do something. Kind of like a not weird Reddit channel. And then, you know, there's PC people in there, and then people who are trying to start their business. In social media, I think the hardest part for people on social media is, I don't want to say their quality, but at the same time I do want to say it's quality. And a little bit of being able to look in the mirror and ask yourself what's wrong and what can I do to make it better. I feel like for a lot of people with art, it's the same thing. People think that whatever they made, this is great and this is the best that I can do. That's not true. The best part about art is that, you know, you're just always constantly getting better. Every single time I come to this table, I'm trying to be better than, I'm trying to draw everything better than the tree stump I did yesterday. I'm trying to draw this bell better. And I feel like social media is a really similar thing. And when people see that effort, they just kind of come slowly. But some people stay stagnant and they keep producing the same types of stuff, and they are hoping for different results. But that's kind of what insanity means. But if you're willing to change and try new things and humiliate yourself a little bit, humble yourself, and do something you wouldn't usually do, the more you're willing to try, the more chances you'd actually have. But if you never try anything at all, then your chances start to get smaller and smaller. But you seem like a really nice person, so willing to help out their family at least. I definitely think you can do it. If you can help raise some kids, then you can definitely do anything else, because I feel like raising kids is probably one of the hardest things in the world to do anyway. And those kids aren't even yours. Those are your brothers and sisters. But like, I feel like being around kids is one of the hardest things to do. And people who can do that, they can learn how to do anything. Like cooking, cleaning, all that stuff. Same thing, you had to learn how to do it all. You might have been doing it for a while, but still, you had to learn how to do it. You could, honestly, the best way to help people is to look at your situation and look at what you need in your actual situation and start making things for you, and then showing other people in the world that you made this for yourself and it really helped me, and then boom, it'll help other people, because there's probably tons of people who are in a very, very similar situation to you. And even if you're just starting, there's people who are even further behind than you are. I mean, I didn't mean to say further behind as if you're behind, but I meant to say it like there's people who are in a similar situation but have it maybe harder. And so, as you try to get out of the situation, if you want to, you could, I don't know, talk about what helped, what you did, what went wrong, things like that. But it kind of depends on how willing you are to kind of put yourself out there. And if you want to run your own business at the moment, you're going to kind of have to, unless you can make a product that speaks for itself. There's this old lady on Instagram that I follow. She smokes a lot of weed. Smokes a ton of weed. She's always high. At least that's what it seems like. And she said something a while ago. She says the reason she has so many followers is because she posts, even in the beginning, as if she already had millions. And when nobody was watching, she was still kind of posting in a similar way. It's kind of like a fake it till you make it thing almost, but I think people misconstrued that fake it till you make it idea as if faking it means you're being real. No, I don't think that's what it means. It's knowing that you're gonna get there, you're just not there yet. And so you have to pretend or imagine yourself as the person that's already made it. And so you start acting like the person that's made it. And because you're acting like the person that's already made it, you make it. It's kind of like a weird paradox. I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but I hope that what I'm saying is helpful in any way. Also, how do you clip stuff? Oh. Crap. I'll figure out how to clip stuff later. I'm just gonna start saying things, and then I'm gonna clip them, and I'm just gonna post it on things on the on reels, on the shorts, I guess. And we'll see. Sometimes I'll say some good things. Sometimes I'll say things that people get angry about. But if you ever need any help, Tasha, with setting stuff up or trying to figure out what to do, you understand that you're not alone, right? You can ask for help or advice or anything like that. If you want to do something, that's why I'm making the Discord, so people can ask and figure it out. Because I honestly don't think anybody can do it by themselves. And I wouldn't say my business is super successful, but hey, it's keeping me alive. Actually, I take that back. I would say that my business is very successful. That was the point. To be able to survive off of my work. And I'm doing it. I think a witchy shop now is definitely, people definitely need an escape or to learn what you can do. I'm pretty sure you can make some runes and stuff. You can make how-to books, how to protect your peace with some, I don't know what kind of magic you do, but still. Teaching people how to read, use tarot cards, making your own tarot card deck. If in the future you need some help with the illustrations to make some, I wouldn't mind making a tarot card deck. I was actually thinking about making a trump card, some trump cards. Once I figure out the right theme to use to do it. These kind of already work a little bit, to be honest. I could just, just take an image of what I'm doing and put it on there. Anyway. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure on Squarespace you can at least make the website for free. Like, it doesn't cost money to make the website, but it does cost money to launch a domain. Or I would recommend looking for other marketplaces, because the Etsy is the biggest one, but sometimes you could find other marketplaces that aren't so popular but still niche, especially for witchcraft stuff. Another thing that you could do, this might cost money, and I'm not sure about your financial situation at all, is look for like fairs and stuff, or like conventions in your area, and try to set up a way to have a booth and go there. And that's gonna, there's lots of ways, to be honest, to get you out of your situation. And with a little bit of brainstorming, you can actually come up with a lot. And it might be hard to do by yourself, so that's why having people that want to help you is a good thing. Like, doing it on your own is really difficult. Is that too loud, that grinding that they're doing? Because if it is, I can mute myself until they stop. I'm just gonna mute myself until. Oh, well, if you can't hear it, then that's okay. I can hear it, that's the problem. I'm being very serious. When I first started all this, I have and still have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just kind of winging it. And there's plenty of free things or free ways that you could do stuff. But the most important part is you gotta believe in yourself and what you know you're capable of. That's gonna be the thing that's gonna either that belief, that faith in yourself, that unwavering faith in you and whatever something bigger than yourself that you rely on, whatever that is. That's why I kind of feel bad. I don't feel bad for atheists or anything like that, but if somebody doesn't have something bigger than themselves that's kind of guiding them forward, life gets very difficult eventually, because it's just you making decisions for you. But anyway, if you have this unwavering faith in yourself and whatever is trying to help you do it, then you'll kind of just, miracles happen and random events happen. The universe starts to work in your favor, as which I think you should understand this stuff. That the universe has its own will too, and that it wants something, and that sometimes your will and the universe's will align, and therefore it wants to help you. Now, when I say universe, you can replace that word with God, whatever goes in that place. You can use it for luck, will, I don't care. Whatever thing that you believe in, if you acknowledge that it's trying to help you, it will. I think you've experienced this feeling before with maybe your brothers or sisters, but if you ever had to help your brother or sister do something and they were really scared, but you had to just say, hey, just hold my hand and I got you. That's a similar situation that I would say for people to have when it comes to, let's just say God for this instance, right? If you know this thing is there and you know it wants the best for you, why are you afraid to move forward? Because if you believe that it has you, then it's got you. Unless your faith isn't strong enough, then therefore you're still worried if it is or isn't going to help you. But it always will. Now, it's not going to make bad things from not happening to you, but it's always going to make sure that you can continue forward. The bad things are actually good things in disguises. You need the bad things to happen. One day, I'll start dropping my sage wisdom on you guys. Yeah, there are so many ways to sell what you sell. It's just that people are too afraid to ask or try or do stuff or to fail. Like, some of your ideas won't work, but you have to try all of them. Every idea you can think of, Tasha, you have to try it. Because how else are you going to get out? Like, either you can continue to do work for other people for the rest of your life. But there's always going to be something inside of you that wants to be free, kind of like what you told me that's what you want, right? You said that you wanted to be free, so I understand. I figured that was a high. My L key doesn't work on my keyboard. But like, you gotta try. And you wake up, even if it's just a little bit, even if it's just a small attempt, it's better than waiting for something to happen. And for somebody like you who kind of does want their own way of living, I think that if you were to work for somebody forever, there's always going to be that feeling inside you that wants to be free and do what you want to do. I think because you're a forest-spirited person, so you want to be free. I imagine you want like a little cottage in the middle of a meadow in the forest, and there's deer and birds that randomly come up to you and say hi. And there's a little weird chipmunk that keeps coming into your garden and stealing some of your berries, but then you become friends. I'm just making some stuff up. But if that's the life you want, then you gotta build it on your own, and then be proud of yourself that you did it. Or you find a man that wants to do it with you. And when you find a partner that wants the same thing that you want, you kind of become eventually an unstoppable duo. But don't use any apps to find a guy. That's not how you need it. That's not how you find it. You can't give up on finding love. You met some terrible guys probably, but you can't give up on the thing that might complete you. I'm not saying you're not already a wonderful person. But finding a partner in crime in this world is almost what we're meant to do. There's somebody out there that's soul linked to you. I never let people give up on love. Now you might have stopped trying to look for it. That's okay. But when it does come, don't push it away. Invite it. I'm pretty sure you've been heartbroken multiple times. So that was a different person. That'll have nothing to do with the next guy's person. Tea is so freaking spicy. Ugh. All the seasoning just kind of drips to the bottom, and now what's left is spice. And that'll wake you up. Finding love, though, it's a part of what we are. But I think the reason that it's become so difficult to truly find real love is because nobody understands what the word love actually means anymore. It's kind of like art. It's been perversed and changed to fit people's feelings. And therefore, it doesn't work the right way because no one knows how to use it the right way. Let's not say no one, but in this world with most people, no one really knows how to wield it. The word love. Just like most people don't know how to wield the word art. I'm about to rant to you a little bit about what bothers me in the world. But this picture I'm working on, this stuff, I would not consider this art. Because this is just a drawing. But what I'm doing this part about making it, like the thing that we're watching on stream, like what I'm doing, I would say that is art. The doing part, the waking up, the coming to your workplace, standing in front of your canvas, figuring out what it is you want to draw, all of that stuff, that's art. The making of the thing is the art, because that's the most intimate part of the whole process. That's the part that feeling is involved. And then once it's done, it's just a really beautiful painting. And the person that looks at it can have a small taste of what it must have been like to create it, what this person was thinking of, what they were going through, what they were feeling. It's like the painting is a little window into the artist's perspective and way of life and living and thoughts and feelings of their time. But it doesn't replace I don't know how to say that, but yeah, the product is never the art. Because if you look at any other art form, dancing, martial arts, or stuff like that, performative stuff, the practice part, or the doing, the dancing, is the art, right? So how is painting any different? There's no product that comes from dancing. It's just the dancing. So I tell people on a daily basis, like, everybody's technically an artist. Everything that you do is technically art. Washing the dishes, anything that constitutes its effort, I would consider art. And so I tell people to think of everything you do as art, because everything that you do constitutes as needing effort. And if you're putting effort into something, you might as well try to get better at it. Sorry, I'm doing something weird, but my ear itches really badly. I wonder if Ryan's on. Like, some people wonder, how does that person wake up in the bed so early? Wake up so early? Well, that's because that person has the art of waking up early. I've been drawing for an hour and 20 minutes straight? Really? See, I'm telling you, this art style makes time fly by like nothing. I feel like eventually I'm gonna become a master of time, be able to push myself through and in it. Hey, CJ, was that you the whole time? Me and Tasha had a really good conversation today. Thank you, Tasha, for chatting with me. I really appreciate it. All you need to know, Tasha, is I appreciate you sharing that with me today. And if you ever need help or advice or wondering what to do or how to do something, you can always ask us. Uh-oh, did the music just stop suddenly? Now, we all broke, right? I'm broke. We just broke. But hey, I love some deep conversations. I love asking people personal questions that they usually keep to themselves or haven't really thought about. So hanging leg raise, since it's going to be my first time. You don't even have to do a hanging leg raise. Just hold on to the bar and lift up your knees. But don't get too comfortable with doing the knee one, because you're gonna become complacent and not want to do the real ones. And you don't even have to do as many as you can. And it's gonna, you're gonna, that means you're working out. A workout means that you're actually working hard. Do not skip those. Those are really good for your back and for just overall like stabilization. You're not gonna have like 6-pack abs in just a few months. So don't worry. Just give it a try and see how hard they are. See how hard they are. Oh, wait. Is it possible to like do the same things with like my stamps and stuff here that it is on that Twitch? That's actually one of the things I liked about Twitch, is that I could like personalize the whole interaction stuff. Is that possible on YouTube as well? Yeah, just try it. You don't have to go all out the first time, you know? Don't kill yourself, because then you won't want to do it again the next time. But try, is all I'll say. And you should feel it a little bit. Your stomach, your abs are going to be like, I don't like this. Also, don't skip those last push-ups on chest day. The diamond or the hand close push-ups. Those are really important for that last bit at the end. I'll see what kind of customization you can do to your channel. CJ, are you atheist? I know a lot of Filipinos are Christian. Figured it out. I don't know which webcam to look at. But this camera is still like not so great. Or maybe it's just too close. Let's move him back. But like on my screen there, it looks great. But on this, my YouTube, this one doesn't look great. I'm non-practicing Catholic. What does that mean? Does that mean you believe in God but don't do the practices that a normal Catholic would do in order to acknowledge this God? The Holy Trinity is believing that there's the Holy Spirit, God, and Jesus. Is that correct? You know, I actually would agree with that last statement you just made. The reason I don't join, I don't believe in organizations, to be honest. I be, and I've kind of gone about my own way to find what I was looking for. Do you ever pray to Jesus, or I mean, you kind of believe that they're all the same thing, right? So that's what the Holy Trinity is, right? They're all one and the same thing. They're all separate but the same at the same time, right? Yeah. Do you pray? It's their business. I would say so, yes. I would say that most religious organizations actually end up making a lot of money from the people that are in the religion, or in a part of the organization, which is the part that makes me kind of sad. But anyway, what do you pray about? And if you're here and you want to say something, you can just pop in and say hi. We're talking about just random stuff. I'm just asking people personal questions, because I feel like we don't get to talk about personal stuff enough in this world. So I'd rather talk to people about anything else than what the weather is like, or how they feel about some terrible thing that's happening 1,000 miles away. I just really kind of want to get to know what things people are actually going through, because I feel like that's, if we can fix anyway, if you're there, you're more than welcome to say hi. But anyway, what do you pray about, CJ? If that's too personal, I understand. Do you pray in a way that you want them to stop? Do you, like, how does that, I mean, I understand what prayer is, right? But, and I had a really interesting understanding. I thought, like, there's multiple forms of prayer. Even meditation is a type of prayer. So, but anyway, how do you usually pray is, I guess, my question. Is it like under your breath? Do you do it at dinner? Like, when do you use, I guess the best question I want to ask, the first question I want to ask is, when do you pray? And what does that look like to you? And Tasha, are you Catholic or Christian or something? Maybe I asked you and I just forget. Again, I'm gonna ask you guys questions and they're gonna just out of my mind. So just be prepared for that. Like, I will ask the same question multiple times. Maybe not the same day, but like over the time I'm talking to you guys, I'm definitely gonna ask similar questions. Okay. Do you pray at like dinner or in the morning, or is it just random times throughout the day? You're Christian? Okay. So you also believe in the Holy Trinity then as well? Random times. I usually do my grateful time. Now, I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic. I don't belong to any particular religion. But I do believe in a higher power. A similar power to, I guess, what you guys think of as well. I just don't think it's a man in a chair. Actually, that's one more question I want to ask both of you guys. What do you think God looks like? I can't tell if you're being serious or not. Uh-oh. Hold on. My phone died, so I gotta turn it back on. Give me a moment. So similar to what light is. So basically, I guess this is he can be anything. Like light. Light is everything and anything. So Tasha, by your understanding or what your thoughts is, you can't really you can see him, but it's just light. Very incandescent. I think the closest is how Tolkien described Iluvatar, an undying light that shines across the vast darkness. I like that. I like that. Yeah, just incandescent light. That's just... Am I saying that word right? Incandescent? Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. I honestly think that the universe and God are one and the same thing. Well, I have two good vibes aura. Well, I think that you wouldn't be able to stand in front of this light, whatever it is. It'd be too divine for you to be able to handle as a human. Not blinding light. Well, the sun is not blinding. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I don't know. I guess you could say that. Like a womb. Sunshine through the trees type of light is, I would imagine that's the type of light he would use in order to speak to whom he's talking with. I think I fixed my camera. I like to think that either one or two things, that God is or is working on the universe constantly. One of the two. So either God is the universe or he's always working on it. And I think that the universe itself takes the shape of a tree. Not a tree like the ones you can look outside and see, but I can't help but notice that everything in nature seems to have this similar shape. A lightning bolt, the veins in your body, the nerves in your body, trees. If you look at a river from above, they all have this shape that represents the transference of energy, how energy flows, right? And since the universe is probably just flowing energy in different directions, ever expanding, ever growing. And then you have spirals of energy that ball up together that create pouches or branches or leaves or fruits. And that the earth is just one of those fruits, or the solar system that we live in is just one of those fruits from this unimaginably large tree. And God is just simply working on it all the way. You know, I like talking about this because honestly, there really is no way of knowing, and that we kind of just will find out eventually anyway. That's the fun part, just talking about it. I need to get an atheist in here so I can see what their perspective is. Sorry if it shakes a little bit while I do that. This might sound very weird, but honestly, that day that I do finally close my eyes for the last day, I'm kind of quite looking forward to it. Not to say I'm gonna rush my death or anything like that, no. But when it does happen, I'll kind of be excited in a way. Like a bittersweet kind of feeling, you know? Like goodbye to this place, and either there's nothing on the other end, it's just lights out. I won't know what's happening anyway. Or there is something, and I get to see what else, whatever it is. Good or bad or nothing, doesn't matter. Still exciting to think about. I got good at that part. Textures with stippling. It's actually pretty easy to do textures with stippling. The wood handle, yeah. I've started to recently learn how to do wood better, and it's slowly starting to get better. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tasha. I think I still have all my badges and stuff saved on my MacBook, so I'm gonna try to upload all those to YouTube if I can. I thought I was gonna finish this before noon. It surprises even me still how long this art style still takes. Like, and I feel like I'm moving pretty quickly, but even still, it takes a while. I've learned like tricks and stuff to help speed it up a little bit though. I've learned that if you kind of use your pen to like scribble or make lines, and then you cover it with the dots that you won't even notice the lines or anything like that. I mean, if you look really close, then maybe, but they all kind of just eventually just like blend in and fade away together. And that's why I like drawing these small pictures so much, is because it gives me a lot of practice really quickly on like so many different things, like random stuff that's mine, stuff that's other people's. I guess that one day I might get in trouble for that, because I also take things from other people too, like, but it's all in the name of practice, and I can sell them and whatever. There's always gonna be people who dislike anything that you do anyway, so. This one's actually, what I'm doing with this whole page is I'm doing an illustration for a book right now. So this is technically a commission. So all these are basically like chapter headings. I'll draw for another 30 minutes. I really appreciate both of you coming through. Like, it makes me pretty happy. If you guys weren't here, I'd just be sitting in the quiet, which I love, so don't get me wrong. I do love to be alone. But I think if I'm just sitting here quietly, then the stream won't last as long. Working today, CJ? Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna take a nice break from here. Yeah, this sounds like a good place to rest at. Probably by the time you guys come back tomorrow, this will be done. I'm gonna do the rest on TikTok today. I'll stream on TikTok for like 45 minutes. Alright, Tasha, CJ, and anybody else that's come on the stream today, I appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you for coming around. What did I used to say on the live stream? Do you remember? I don't remember. We'll just figure it out. But anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'll be on the same time. Talk to you later. Peace.